Hello, everybody out there. This is Dale Ray, and I am coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Dale Ray Raw and Uncut Show. We have a great show, and I hope everybody's out there enjoying this beautiful Sunday, no matter where you are. Our organization is called Gaining Ground. And at Gaining Ground, we really have the passion to help these at-risk teens to get on a positive path. And we also compile teen violence statistics regularly to raise awareness of this serious issue that we face. Teen violence is at a rise today, but also statistics do not even take into the account the number of teens that think about violence against themselves on a regular basis. The total direct and indirect cost of teen violence is more than $158 billion a year. We offer anger management classes and counseling to these teens to help them work through his or her anger issues. And we at Gaining Ground started with a creative message that we want to be a part of the solution instead of the problem. And from that moment sparked the fire that burns within our organization and our hearts to implement programs that will assist teens at risk, but also men and women re-entering back into the community, to believe that your past does not dictate your future. We only want to empower our communities, near and far. And we see no project as too small and none too challenging and none too overwhelming. We just see what it is, that people can change. God bless y'all today, and I want to thank y'all for joining me. Today we're talking about teen violence. We're going to take it to a commercial. I thank y'all for joining me. Welcome to the Dale Ray Raw and Uncut Show. Today we are talking about sacrifice. Sometimes I wish that I could slow down, but I am constantly trying to inspire someone else. And I'm grateful for the opportunities to lift someone else up. Someone who is feeling down. Someone who has lost faith and hope. But I also wish that I could slow down and have a little bit more predictability. But it's what I've chosen. And I think that it goes for all of us, that there is no decision that we can make that doesn't come with some sort of balance or sacrifice. And I hope that one day, as our organization Gaining Ground grows, that I may be able to slow down a bit and focus more on quality time for me. And so I speak to my listeners today that there is no light at the end of the tunnel if you do become debilitating. And on the other hand, sacrifice is worth it. And if we are getting things done, and I mean the things that are important to us, and I also believe that sacrifice is putting up with something we don't want for the short term, because then it will only serve the greater good. And if the sacrifice has no end, or that it becomes the norm, then something is wrong with that picture. Personally, when I receive calls from moms and dads, or even principal at schools, that I had a great impact on the students when I came to speak, then I am inspired again. And to me, the sacrifices are worth it, because truly my energy is focused on helping others, and it's worth it to me to keep going. Today I want to talk about sacrifice. And when we give our whole self, it's a goodness that is so powerful and can turn the tide of this world. And I really believe that. And that's why I created this organization, to help others who've lost their way. People hear the words, I care all the time, but sacrificing in going one step further and being honest and doing something just because. To me, that's the ultimate proof of love and compassion for others. Today, this world has become dog eat dog, and it's terrible that people are in it for themselves. But it's through our actions that people will know how much we care. Here's a tough one. How about caring for those who don't even care about you? It's called love, my friend. And it's giving of yourself when you don't feel like it. It means that when you give, you don't expect anything back. But I've learned that in giving, that we get back abundantly blessings anyway. And I really hope this catches on this evening. It's about sacrifice. Because love is better than anger. Hope is better than fear. Optimism is better than despair. And when we all learn to do these things, then we are sacrificing. And we should all be a spoke in the wheel of life, making a difference. It's beautiful, people. It's magical, because what we are doing is changing other lives, even if we were not planning on it. I have met so many good and decent people on this journey who have lost their jobs, their homes, and sometimes their families. And I say to them that, as I say to you, that when obstacles come up, you change your direction, but don't change your decision about how to get back up. It's about sacrifice. It's about encouraging someone else. That's what I know. You who sit on the sidelines, just remember that you can't stay in your corner waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes. Believe that. I want y'all to stay with me. Thank y'all for joining me. This is Dale Ray. And you can go to our website. It's www.gainingground.us. You can also type in Dale Ray Smith and go to YouTube. You'll see the videos. You'll see what we do here at our organization. And today we're talking about sacrifice. People sacrifice their lives every day for us. Why can't we do little things to give back? And to all my listeners, there is power in unity. If we all chip in and help the next person, we would give them hope to keep moving in the positive. Because in this world of me first, I think we can provide the proverbial beacon of light. And I gotta say that for many years I was a drug addict, sleeping on the streets of San Francisco. And I had truly lost all hope of ever finding a life of normalcy again. But through the grace of God, I'm here today with 12 years clean and sober. And it's a privilege to wake up every morning to invest in helping somebody else. That's how we should all feel, and to make the most of opportunities presented to us to serve and love our families, our neighbors, and our community. Tell them that they can rise above almost any obstacle if they are willing to work hard and to sacrifice. And to all the people listening to Dale Ray out there, we have all wanted to live a great life, a life that we truly desire. And we can. All we have to do is go out there and claim it. And I know it's crazy sometimes, but still, you can make the best of it. I've learned so much through the challenges I've faced along this journey called life. And one of those things is that we can be a positive role model to others who are struggling in life. Sleeping on a cardboard box in a dark alley for a few years ago has really humbled me. So I can say that if we believe in ourselves and have the courage, the determination, and the dedication and the competitive drive to see it through. And if you are willing to sacrifice the little things in life, it can be done. You know, one day I was watching the Spider-Man movie, and it was a line someone said that really meant a lot to me. It touched home with me. They said, with great power comes great responsibility, and that a hero is one who stands for strength and endurance. And with that said, how come we all can't confront each day with a positive attitude, no matter what? And the difference between the impossible and possible lies in our determination. You see, although I was a crack addict for over 20 years, I knew that one day I'd be able to rise again. Even though it took many years, I'm here today and I'm standing. And to tell you the truth, I was so stubborn in the days, so I had to learn the hard way. And I'm grateful for all I've had to go through in my life. And after all the problems I've overcome, I've somehow become stronger and more able to meet those challenges that come my way. And you are too. So don't let life discourage you, because everyone who got to where they are today had to begin where they were, including me. And I say to everybody out there who is going through something, that trouble don't last always. And learn not to put limits on what you can do, because I will spread over into the rest of your life. It'll spread over into the rest of your life, this poison. There are no limits. There are only plateaus, and you don't have to stay there. The choice is yours. And even if it kills me, I've made up my mind to keep going. That's sacrifice, and no pain, no gain. I got to tell you that my work as a life coach and a mentor has filled a large part of my life. And I'm truly satisfied when I help someone else get from point A to point B. Y'all stay with me. Thank y'all for joining me. This word sacrifice is so important, and it's also important to teach it to our children, because it lays the foundation of their understanding that nothing should be taken for granted. And the earlier they learn the significance of this value, the sooner they will understand their place in this world. And I think if we catch the kids early, teaching them to save for themselves, save things that they really want, it's teaching them that anything worth the cost is also worth the work put into it. And we are on the subject today of sacrifice. It comes from true love for our fellow man and woman. And it can only come from a pure heart. And I know personally, when I was homeless, there was a police officer who gave me food, clothing, and shoes, and because of his sacrifice to me, that I am the person I am today. But also another friend of mine who have saved my life many times when I was in the courts, and that's Brian Peterson. But this officer always knew that one day I would get up out of that dark street, and he knew that I had it in me to one day make a difference in somebody else's life. And he must have really loved me, because he was willing to take the time to come and check on me almost every night. At the same time, at first, this police knew that I didn't trust him. But as time grew, I learned more and more about him as a person, and he really had a passion for helping others to get up and start standing on their own 2 feet. He also grew to understand me and how I got there. And one day he actually told me that he would love to see me get off of crack cocaine and alcohol. And Officer Matthew gave me great encouragement